Hey, what's up guys, my name is Josh and today I'm going to read you guys an email that was sent to me by a guy called Sean. Sean, thank you so much for this information, I really appreciate it. And basically it's a huge massive email which kind of like really dives deep into the book of Empire's End. And from the book Empire's End, Sean has gathered a ton of information, insightful information regarding Snoke and some other cool characters, and it's massive insights into the potential origin of these characters of Snoke, and I think Rey as well is mentioned in this. It's really interesting. I'm going to read you guys exactly what Sean said about Empire's End, and obviously spoiler alert, if you haven't read Empire's End and you want to, please don't watch this. It obviously has spoilers for Empire's End in this video, so I'm going to read this. Here we go. So, hi Josh, okay, I finished Empire's End. Here is some info that I gathered. So, it seems that Palpatine was getting some sort of pull from the dark side from what is called the Uncharted Galaxy. That's exactly what this space is. It's uncharted, unknown. There is only one who had information on this space, and it was Grand Admiral Thrawn. So that's why Palps let a non-human stick around as an admiral. He knew some of the Uncharted Galaxy. Remember, Palpatine never let non-humans have high-ranking positions in his empire unless they serve some huge benefit to him. Now, Palpatine was feeling this pull or call from either a force, a being, or an entity from the Uncharted Galaxy. He also realized that Vader was veering away from him towards Luke, and Palpatine had a vision of his death at the Battle of Endor, or around this time. At this point, he decided that if he dies, no one should succeed him in his empire. Basically, what we know as the empire should be destroyed and rebuilt as something else. It's also hinted that Palpatine had some feeling that the force/entity out there could have the ability to revivify him. That's a hard word to say. Revivify their words, revive his soul. So he decided to map a spaceship course to reach this entity, and he begins to do so, sending probe droids out as far as they would go until they were destroyed or became incoherent, etc. Then from that point he would send another ship or droid until that point of its destruction or end, and then send another and another and another until he was able to map the coordinates. Upon his death, the coordinates were complete, although he did not go out there. He left explicit instructions that these coordinates were to be sent to 12 admirals and or followers of his choosing. We don't know who, except that one was Gallius Rax in a data package upon his death. So basically, if he dies, 12 admirals / highly loyal hand-picked followers would assemble at this point in the Uncharted Galaxy. The map was located in the observatory in Jakku on an ancient Sith mapmaker projector device. Ancient, pre-Old Republic, maybe even Sith Empire, this is located on Jakku. Side note about Jakku that I believe relates to Rey. Jakku was discovered to be a major emanator of Force energy, which means it emits Force energy. In particular, the Emperor felt the core of Jakku emanated a strong light side energy, and it made him feel disgusting, just like the way the cave on Dagobah emanated dark side energy. He had Rax drill all the way to the Jakku core, and basically it was emanating light side energy. The Battle of Jakku was planned by Palpatine to be the shatter point where the remnants of his empire would meet the New Republic, and by destroying Jakku during this battle would end both his empire and the New Republic in an epic explosion, also ending the light side emitting planet Jakku. So there's that. I believe Rey was force sensitive and placed on Jakku and became like an antenna to receive the light side force emanating from the planet core. That's why she was so powerful but untrained. When the Battle of Jakku was going on, Rax was supposed to detonate the planet by throwing the Emperor's old advisor down the shaft of the core, that guy with the purple big hat in Return of the Jedi, and also there was, I believe, explosions down there because there was a countdown screen in the observatory that Rax started. Unfortunately for Rax and the Emperor, Grand Admiral Sloane finds him there, kills him before he can board his ship and go to the meeting point in uncharted space where this force/entity was. Sloane, however, takes the Star Destroyer and heads to the coordinates. On her ship are Hux and his dad, a bunch of children who are trained by SR, Hux to be the next stormtroopers. Highly loyal, highly trained children who are to become the new soldiers of the First Order. It's hinted at the end of the book that the name the First Order came from Grand Admiral Sloane. When she arrives to this point in space, she says, "Our First Order is to start over." Also, one of the children besides little Hux is a tall, vicious girl, probably Captain Phasma. So, when they arrive at the point, there was already a Star Destroyer there, the Eclipse, I believe they said. Anyway, I believe that this force/entity that called to Palpatine was Snoke. When they all arrive to this point, they begin the First Order, and Snoke becomes the supreme leader, as he was the being that had the tremendous force energy out there. So he begins the First Order, and by the time we see them return, he is the leader. Little Hux is older and in charge of the fleet and the Stormtrooper program. They start them as little children and program them to be killers, etc. And that's why I believe that Snoke was the one talking to Palpatine from the beyond. That's why Rey has so much power on Jakku, because it generates light side power and she was force sensitive already. I believe Luke learned of Jakku because of his search for ancient Jedi temples/artifacts and found out about Jakku. I believe that it was Luke who dropped Rey off on Jakku. Not sure if Rey is his daughter, but I believe he is the one who left her there. So that's Empire's End in a nutshell when it comes to Palpatine, Rax, Hux, and Sloane. Mouthful, I know. I didn't read the previous 2 books and you don't need to. You can pick it up and it's still great. Side notes, there is a badass sheriff on Tatooine who is wearing Boba Fett's armor. Is it an old Boba Fett or a grandchild of Boba Fett? Who knows? They just referenced this sheriff. Also, I have a feeling that Thrawn is still alive and not dead as in the Thrawn series. Maybe Thrawn is the one piloting the Star Destroyer that was already there when Sloane jumps out of hyperspace. Alright, so that was the entire email sent to me by Sean on my business email address, and obviously you spent a lot of time writing all this and gathering this for me, so thank you so much. I made a video and shouted you out, so I hope that's enough. Thank you so much, Sean. To the actual thing itself about what Sean said, this is extremely interesting. I believe that this could be the cracked code. Is Snoke someone we've seen before? I don't know. Is Snoke, you know, Mace Windu, is he Cypher ears? Probably not. This seems like it could suffice, and it also links to like the expanded universe, which is canon in this sense. So that, you know, we can't argue that it's not canon because it is canon in this sense. So that's good. Is this gonna happen? Is this the actual outcome of Snoke's origin? Is this how Snoke was discovered? Was Snoke this entity, this force being that was communicating to Palpatine through the Force before the events of the Battle of Jakku, a long time before The Force Awakens? Let me know in the comments down below. Is this why Rey is force sensitive but not trained? Is her power influenced and enhanced by Jakku itself? Jakku is apparently like a light side emitting planet, which is really interesting in itself, so that's really cool. Did Luke Skywalker drop Rey off on Jakku? Is that why Rey is so powerful? Let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments down below. Get this video out there and ask what your friends think by giving this video a share. Subscribe to me for more Star Wars videos, and I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching.